Good morning, everyone. We all work in teams, and we know that to create a cross-functional team, you have to acquire people coming from different areas, different skill sets, different backgrounds, and different expertise. And this was used to be described in the job recruitment as T-shaped persons or T-shaped personnel. As you can expect, the T shape or the T letter is comprised of two columns, one vertical column and another horizontal bar. And this metaphor was used to describe the skills that each member of these teams acquire. So for a vertical bar, you can see that each one of these team members has a very deep knowledge in his area of expertise. So let's say you have an electrical engineer working in a very specific area in electrical engineering, not even in all electrical engineering areas. This person has a deep knowledge in his area of expertise in electrical engineering. He is educating himself a lot. He is reading a lot of research paper to keep himself updated. On the other area, you can find someone in finance, your financial manager, your commercial project manager, whatever the job is related to commercial or finance areas. This person is educating himself a lot, is keeping himself up to date. And so on, you can find different functions in your team. And by that, you have each one of them well educated, really educating himself and advancing in his career. On the other hand, you have the horizontal bar of the T shape. As you can expect also that the horizontal bar is showing not a very deep level of education or knowledge in each of other areas, but you should be able to collaborate with your team members. So if you are an electrical engineer, if you are a commercial guy, if you are communication or public relations related job, you should be able to communicate with other functions. And in order to do that, you have to have certain level of skills and knowledge. So by the horizontal bar, the collaboration can be there, your team can be performing and achieving the best results, and this was great. But you know, the only constant thing in life is change, and things are changing a lot. And especially nowadays, organizations are changing the way they are managing their teams and how they will be acquiring more people and hiring people to join their teams. That's why there is a new model. It's not like a very new model, but it's being pushed nowadays and accelerated to be utilized in all the organizations, which is the pie-shaped model. The pie-shaped model, which is describing the pie, which we already learned in mathematics, is comprised of two columns and one horizontal bar. Two columns are showing the depth of knowledge that each one of your team members has in two areas. So you are no longer required only to have deep knowledge in one area of expertise. You are required to deepen your knowledge, deepen your skills, expand and broaden your experiences in two areas, not only one. And still the horizontal bar remains. But let us focus on these two columns. Firstly, do you think that this is fair to everyone? It might not be fair to everyone because we were not raised, all of us, to be working on two things, to be multitasking, to educate ourselves about different topics. A lot of people were raised to focus on one topic, on one area of expertise, and they can excel in this area. But replying to this point about being fair or not, I remember a quote that if technology is rolling over you, you have two options. Whether to be part of the steamroller or to be part of the road. So it's your decision whether to go and be part of the technology, part of the change, or you will be part of the road. Meaning to say that you will be squeezed. Life is moving. It's moving regardless whatever we are doing. If we are not changing, if we are not capable of change, if we are not able to absorb these changes and adapt and foster these changes in our life, life will move. Life will keep moving. So my advice to everyone, including me, that we have to understand that this is now a new fact. Life's changing. Life is no longer accepting what we used to have before. So we have to change as well. So what can we do now? What should I do as an individual working in any organization? My advice now is not for organizations, my advice for people, for individuals. Firstly, you have to do an analysis to know your skills, to build firstly your T model, your T-shaped model. What was your vertical column? You should identify it very precisely. You cannot say like engineering, finance. These cannot be a vertical column. You have to dig deep to know exactly what's your area of expertise, what you are master in. And then you can find one of the skills that you used to have in the horizontal bar and try to drag to be another vertical bar, which means you select one of the other areas, one of the skills that you used to have some level of expertise and some level of knowledge in, and you want to deepen your knowledge. You want to read more. You want to advance in your career. You want to really to acquire this skill, and should be matching your passion, your values, your beliefs. So the second step, that you identify the skill, the knowledge that you want to drag and to put as a second pillar, because these two skills or these two skill sets are your pillars, which based on that you will build your whole career. I'm not saying that you cannot change later, for sure. Everything can change. Everything is changing. As we know, technology is changing, so you can later stage in your career, change these two skill sets, depending on the level of knowledge you'll be, depending of where you will be in the organization. But now you have to know exactly what are your two vertical columns, what are your deep knowledge skills, and then keep the horizontal bar and keep expanding it and strengthen as well the horizontal bar to be able to collaborate in your organizations. And remember, be part of the steam roller, not part of the road. Thank you so much.